Hello and welcome to a special episode of The Flying Reporter, coming to you from San Francisco. In this episode, I'll take a flight in this Cessna 172 with Chris and we'll see the sights of San Francisco from the air. Plus, we'll talk about how easy it is to fly over here in the US compared to back home in the UK.
Yeah, so we're pretty lucky out here, and I tell people that a lot, and they don't really seem to take it for granted.
James and I are celebrating our wedding anniversary. It's our first solo holiday away together since we adopted our son Bertie 10 years ago. He's staying at home with family while we explore San Francisco. We've both been here a few times before. We love the city and enjoyed doing all the things that Bertie wouldn't like doing. Walking, eating new foods, just basically having some time for ourselves. But enough of the views of San Francisco from the ground. Let's go and see them from the air. So one of my followers responded to a message I put on Twitter because I was looking to take a flight while I was up here. And within 10 minutes of me putting that message on Twitter, somebody locally had offered to take us on a flight. So we're heading down to Hayward Executive Airport now to meet up with him, and we're going to go on a nice flight. So where are we? This is Hayward Executive.
Hayward Executive Airport in the Bay Area, California.
And you own a flying school, California
Airways.
Okay, and this is your fleet here right along this line, or?
Yep. Yeah, most of what you see here and all back there and those three lines back there.
Cool. What's our plan? What are we doing?
We're going to go up, check out the Golden Gate Bridge, and then fly out to Half Moon Bay for lunch.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I've always been curious about flying in the US. I've done it once before in Florida. I didn't ask too many questions then. I one day hope to fly India Victor actually over here across the Atlantic from the UK, so I'm keen to hit Chris with all of my questions. And if you, like me, are interested in the differences between US and UK procedures, you'll hopefully find this video informative.
And taxiways, advisors contact, give information November.
Quick caveat though, Chris isn't an instructor and he wasn't expecting the third degree from me, so be kind to him. Also, I wanted to say that I hadn't brought all my camera equipment with me. It simply wouldn't have fitted in my luggage, and so this is a slightly slimmed down production from my usual standards. That's one reason why this video is standard HD and not 4K. I only say that because people complain about that stuff these days.
Afternoon, Hayward Ground, Cessna 919er Tree 4, Cal Air, taxi for a bay tour with November.
That's 91934, Hayward Ground, runway 28 right, taxi via Alpha Bravo.
Alpha Bravo 28 right, 934.
That's 934, squawk 5375, expect Oakland Tower 118.3.
5375 and 118.3, 934.
So you're in Delta airspace here?
Yep.
And that's controlled by approach here?
The tower here.
Tower here.
Yeah. And then he's going to hand us off to Oakland Tower there at Charlie for the transition northbound.
Right. What's our plan? So this is a northwesterly runway presumably today.
Yep.
What runway is it? 28.
28.
We're going to head pretty much north from that from this time out.
So we'll take off from 28, head east to remain clear of the Charlie until we get the radio, and then it's basically northwest to the Golden Gate Bridge, and then kind of up and around and down south.
Okay.
To Half Moon Bay.
Chris hasn't PPR'd for Half Moon Bay nor filed a flight plan, and there is some doubt as to whether we'll be able to get in there actually, as there's a fair bit of low cloud on California's coast at the moment.
Alright, left's clear, right's clear.
What are your rules with Class D? So let's say we're approaching a Class D airspace.
Mm-hmm.
Do you just have to get two-way with them, or do you have to get a clearance to enter it?
Yep, it's two-way communication only.
That's what's different between us and you. Our Class D, you've got to get the clearance.
Right.
Yeah, it's quite different.
And even Class Charlie is just two-way communication with the controlling authority.
Yeah. But B would be...
B is still
clearance.
a VFR clearance, yeah. All right, ready?
Ready.
Let's do it. Afternoon, Hayward Tower, Cessna 919er 34, ready to go at 28 right, 3 crosses departure for a bay tour.
Cessna 919er 34, Hayward Tower, make a right cross and departure east of 3 crosses for 1,500, runway 28 right, clear to takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 28 right, 3 crosses departure, 934.
Cessna 5 Charlie Mike, traffic departing prior to your arrival at Cessna.
Roger that, we get some pass, Charlie Mike.
Cessna 5 Charlie Mike, spacing is completely adequate, your base turn total is approved.
Say again, Charlie Mike?
8 o'clock.
Cessna 5 Charlie Mike, base turn approved for the station.
Where are your base, Charlie Mike?
Cessna 35 Papa, traffic off your right is a Cessna in the right base. Do you have that traffic in sight?
No, I don't have my traffic. 35 up. So with you right on there.
Bird.
November 4 Foxtrot Whiskey, take the right on Spring Taxiway. Echo, hold short of runway 28 right for right.
Another one.
Bet you got him on your camera.
Right on there.
And Tower 934, you do have a Hawk circling right at the departure end.
Intentional aircraft, use caution for a Hawk circling in the departure end of both runways. Cessna 934, contact Oakland Tower, good flight.
Hey, see ya, 934.
I could transition straight to San Jose Tower.
Roger.
Afternoon, Oakland Tower, Cessna 919er 34, 700 for 1,500 on a bay tour.
Cessna 919er Oakland Tower, Oakland altimeter 3005. Continue for the Coliseum, then follow 880 and maintain VFR at 2,000.
All right, 005 up to 2,000, Coliseum, and then 880, 934.
Cessna 934, ident.
So what clearances have they given you now? To the Coliseum?
Altimeter 4.
Yeah, so we're going to the Coliseum, which is the
2,000.
round building right in front of us.
Maintain
Yeah.
VFR.
And then we're going to follow the 880 freeway.
Oh, okay.
And I don't
Altimeter 4, contact.
don't think we're going to be
Oakland Tower,
going into Half Moon Bay.
We'll get you more direct.
Is it
well.
fogged in?
127.2, Caltramet 4.
As we climb out, I have to confess to being pretty horrified at how built up everything is all around. So different from most UK airfields where there's often plenty of green space.
See, in England, there's no way we would be flying over a congested area like this, because we don't have kind of like the highways that you can land on.
Oh, yeah.
Really. And is that what you're trained to do? If you have an engine failure, is it mostly sort of...
Mostly head for the roads, yeah. Fields, sports fields especially.
Cessna
Right.
934, contact NorCal departure 120.9er, good day.
0.9er, see ya, 934. Afternoon, NorCal, Cessna 919er 34, level at 2,000 on a bay tour.
Alright, 91934 NorCal approach, on navigation north and west of the Bay Bridge for the tour.
Oh, nav northwest of the Bay Bridge, 934. So, of course, you got the Bay Bridge right here.
Danza 17 Whiskey, traffic no factor. Thank you, 17 Whiskey.
So this is NorCal,
Yep.
and they're looking after the Charlie, did you say? Are they?
Now they're, this is the Bravo approach controller for
Okay.
San Francisco.
Okay, and are we in Bravo now?
No. We are
Departure
1,000 feet below it.
Okay.
Chris is taking us to the famous Golden Gate Bridge, but unfortunately some low cloud has rolled in, almost completely obscuring it.
So is the Golden Gate completely covered then?
Yeah, you can see it just poking out, the little tip right there.
It wasn't like that when I left this morning. It
Yeah.
was nice and clear earlier.
But we'll still make a try for it. And we'll do a couple loops around here so you get the good views as best you can of the
JetBlue 416 climbing.
Golden Gate Bridge here.
That, folks, is as good as the Golden Gate Bridge gets today.
Yeah.
JetBlue 416 flight presenting for traffic, maintain 519.
I don't know, I think these views are somehow more magical, actually. What do you think?
Our 47 direct to Tipperary, contact NorCal 127.67. Good day.
Direct Tipperary at 12767, 884 Sierra Golf.
What I love about aviation is that it's a common language, a connection between strangers. I'd never met Chris before, never spoken to him on the phone even, except to tell him that we'd arrived. And yet here we are, getting on as if we've known each other for a long time. And because we have aviation in common, he's more than happy to clear his afternoon and take James and I on an unforgettable flight on our anniversary. He knows that I'd do the same for him any day, should he make it over to the UK.
Alright, got all the pictures of the city?
Yeah.
Your aircraft?
Alright, 916 November, sorry, what was your destination again?
And 934, we've had our fun. We're going to head north to Santa Rosa.
Number 934, roger, and you want to continue services, correct?
Yeah, we'll stay with you if that's fine, 934.
So when you come to England, then you'll have to call me up and we'll go for a little tour around England or something.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Happy with this heading?
You're pretty much right. So, like, see where the valley is, where that you got that mountain and then that mountain?
Sort of. You mean over there or over there?
Just fly between the two mountains. So pretty much right on the heading up that valley.
Okay. Right in the back there? Oh, he's dropped off.
I have not dropped off, I'm awake.
Yeah, your eyes were closed and your head was nodded forward.
Hush now.
This is the nervous flyer, and yet he'll fall asleep in the aeroplane.
Nice.
Since Half Moon Bay is fogged in, Chris has decided to instead land at Santa Rosa, Sonoma County Airport, and I get a little bit of stick time on the way. Stay with us for the landing and also a rundown of the key differences between flying in the US and the UK. This episode is supported by Norvic Aero engines. Norvic has been on hand over the years to help me with all my engine issues. They're a UK-based engine repair and overhaul company that is the most approved engine shop in the world. They have ready-to-go engines available to exchange, and they offer free delivery in the UK and Europe. You can't beat the quality of their work, and I'm proud to endorse them. Check out their website or follow them on Instagram today.
Do you want to take control?
Yep, I'll take it.
You have control.
Take us in, 934. My controls. And 934, we got the airport in sight. Go ahead and terminate.
934, traffic's passing off the right side now, 2 o'clock and a mile and a half, 2,000 indicated. Radar service terminated, squawk maintain VFR, frequency change approved.
Alright, squawk and VFR, so long, 934.
So we're approaching the circuit, or as the Americans would say, the pattern, at Santa Rosa Airport. From the laid-back, almost plain English radio telephony, the easier Class D and C airspace rules, and low-cost, hassle-free airports, American pilots just don't know they're born.
Now, British people watching this, and perhaps people flying in Europe, will also be just so surprised that you rocked up at the airfield, you started up your aircraft, you called up on the radio and you flew, and you were going to go one place and it was fogged in. You just went to another place, you didn't have to you didn't call ahead.
So how much does it cost you to land here?
Nothing.
What?
No landing fees.
No landing, no handling?
No landing, no handling. Yeah, so we're pretty lucky out here, and I tell people that a lot, and they don't really seem to... They seem to take it for granted.
How does that work? Who pays for that?
It's all subsidized by the big jets coming through. And this place will be covered in big jets when they have big events in the summer.
Yeah.
So that's kind of who pays for all of it. I don't think any of our Class Delta airports around here charge any kind of landing fee. A few of them charge overnight fees. Some of them have free overnight parking. You know, there's uncontrolled airports everywhere that, you know, zero landing fee, zero tower, nothing like that. Even the bigger airports like Monterey, San Jose, places like that have very reasonable landing fees. So for example, when I fly down to Monterey for lunch, it's a $10 landing fee and something like a $30 handling fee from the FBO. And that includes like a crew car, services, everything like that. And if you don't want to pay that, you can just go 5 miles away to the Class Delta that doesn't have any landing fees.
Well, that was better than most of my landings, Chris. I'm sure James would agree.
Oh, your landings are very good, darling.
They're never usually soft. They're normally quite firm.
You said you have a Piper, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, they
don't float.
They arrive.
They come down.
We let you know when you're landing.
Yeah, they wake you up.
Flying in California has been a real eye-opener. Don't get me wrong, I love flying in the UK, and our airfield cafes are legendary. But wow, in many other respects, they have it so good here.
This is lovely, isn't it? Are a lot of the places that you visit have got facilities like this?
Some of them do.
Yeah.
Some of them are just a trailer next to the runway.
Yeah. Well, thanks for taking me flying. It's been really good to see San Francisco, or what we could of it, from the air. having strolled around it for the last 3 or 4 days. Did you enjoy it, James?
But of course.
He did fall asleep at one point in the flight. He'll deny it now, but there's probably video evidence of that.
It's a heinous lie. I was awake, I was alert, I could have taken control at any moment.
Yeah, of course you could.
From the back.
Anyway, Chris, thanks for taking me on the trip. Really nice to see you.
Oh, of course. Thanks for coming by. It's been a lot of fun.
Before I go, just a quick final word from me, if that's okay. You might not know this, but as well as producing the Flying Reporter YouTube channel, I also offer video services to businesses. In recent years, I've provided professional video services for a wide range of companies, from worldwide brands to small regional businesses. Whether it be live streamed production, event videography, a social media campaign, a glossy promo, or a series of web videos, my 30-year background in TV production means I have the skill and experience to help you with all your video marketing needs. Why not book a free, no obligation consultation? We can discuss your needs, I can share some of my experience and knowledge, and if you like, I can offer a range of services to fit in with your budget. Contact me through my website today. The link is on the screen and in the video description, and we can set up a call. Looking forward to meeting you, and until next time, fly safely, my friends.